Hello Aries, and welcome to your 2026 forecast. We're looking astrologically at what you can expect coming year, and let me tell you though, it is a game changer. And why is that? Well, first of all, in short, we're going to dig into it as we go along, but the big game changer here for you is the three outer planets are all changing signs, and you know how they move so slowly through your chart. We're going to be dealing with them one-on-one here, but also outlining how they are going to manifest in 2026. I'd like to start, as I normally do on an annual forecast, is looking at the planet of Mars. And why is that? Well, Mars is our drive. It's our engine. It's our purpose. It's our physical energy, and where we put that towards our goals. Now, it is going to move through 8 of your 12 houses, starting up 12 degrees in Capricorn in your 10th house for career. So here coming in at the end of 2025, you might feel or see, if you're looking at it at this end of the year, that your career is motivated right now to obtain everything that you've put your energy into those last 2 years, since Mars was in this area the last time. But it's going to go through your 10th house all the way through ending up in your 6th house, 9 degrees in Virgo, in your 6th house. Sorry. So this tells me that you're going to be working through the areas of career, your hopes and dreams, working behind the scenes as it transits through your 12th house, coming into your 1st house of self. This is you putting yourself out there into the world, then focusing on your income, coming into presentations, communications, and working with your siblings, passing through the 4th house of family, home, foundation, 5th house. This is coming now towards the end of the year. It's romance, love, children, self-expression, creativity, ending up in the area of your health. So Mars is what you want to pay attention to throughout this year. There's no retrogrades with Mars, so it's going to be hammering down, very, very focused and sharp. So do tap into your chart every now and again throughout the year just to see where Mars is at in your solar chart. Next, we're going to be looking at Jupiter. Jupiter is retrograde top of the year, telling me that you have been tweaking and working in the area that it's showing up, which is your 4th house, Aries. The 4th house is foundation, family, real estate, the home that you live in, expanding it, wanting greater area, maybe more of a bang for your bucks if you've been upgrading and beautifying your home. So retrograde now until March 11th is all about tweaking what you put into place there in 2025. So get all that done, because hit March 11th, it's going to be direct for the rest of the year, and it will be boosting with a lot of energy in the same area, home, family, foundation, real estate, and so forth. From July 1st, however, it's going to be moving into your 5th house. Now, this only happens once every 12 years, so Aries, my beautiful Aries, look at how your love and romance might just start blooming here at this time. Come summer, you might find new love. If you're single, if you're in a relationship, well, expect that to expand and open up for you as well. 5th house, not just love, but it's also your children. So there might be more time spent with your children for the second half of the year. I would also say maybe you could expect a new child in your own life, or maybe you could become a grandparent if you're at that age. But family extension, it already took place here in the 4th house, but now here is the joy of experiencing this. Self-expression is huge. Creativity is huge. So I love 2026 for you, just with the gifts that Jupiter is going to bring to you. It's pretty much a visionary planet in many ways, like Neptune is. We're going to talk about that in a little bit as well. But it is expanding the vision that you hold and doing it with enthusiasm. Next up, I hope you got your pen and notepad out. We're going to talk about Mercury retrogrades this year of 2026, and we always have 3 retrograde periods for any given year. The first one is starting up here in your 11th house for hopes and dreams, groups and organizations. So this is the area that you might see that needs to be tweaked. Maybe you'll be contacted with people from the past in these areas. This will be between February 26th to March 21st. Okay, so pay attention to this period for you. The second phase of Mercury retrograde will be from June 30th to July 24th in the sign of Cancer in your 4th house. So what will that give you? Well, it's in the area of home, family, foundation, the things that you're working on. Remember that Jupiter, we just spoke about it, is in the same area for you. So what that will do is be looking at what you need to do in this area within the family, or your home, or the studios that you own, whatnot. But Jupiter will have just been shifting into, ingressing into the sign of Leo on the 5th house. So we have that going on too. But this is a time to get any misunderstandings out of the way. Just be cautious of how we communicate. Make sure that we're listening to what is being shared with us, and also that whoever you're communicating important things to within the family, that you are being heard as well. Third and last Mercury retrograde of the year will be in the sign of Scorpio in your 8th house, Aries. So this is all about finances. Not necessarily the week-to-week, month-to-month income. It's more about your savings, your money placements, investments. It is mortgages, royalties and commissions, that kind of thing. So this is a time to look over that. Maybe prepare your taxes. It is still showing up here at the end of the year. Too early to start doing your taxes, but any kind of research might be a good thing. What can you write off towards here at the end of the year? This retrograde is between October 24th and November 14th. If anybody's been owing you money, this might be a time for you to get it back or go after it. So Mercury retrograde, put it to use in a positive sense. So Aries, let's shift our focus to the 3 outer planets. And why I was saying I was so excited here now for you, because these have very, very long-term effects, okay? They're running in the background of our life, but very much so active. You've been working on your finances, haven't you, over the last 7 to 8 years, big time. Uranus hit your 2nd house there in 2018 when it moved into the sign of Taurus, which rules, finances in and of itself, and the 2nd house as well as Taurus rules that area. So you must have experienced a big fluctuation, gone away from what seemed to used to be secure to finding your own way. So there's been some upheavals, but there's also been breakthroughs, there's been liberation, and that's the whole purpose of Uranus. Uranus liberates us. So you've been liberating financially, and for better or worse, should I say, but it's going to give you some relief now. But Uranus is moving into Gemini. This is going to be April 28th, and it is done. It will retrograde a little bit, but it will move into your 3rd house, which is all going to be about communication. How you communicate, who you communicate with, what you're communicating. And it may even shock you. Uranus does come with some big OMGs sometimes. Say, for example, if you've been holding back some core values, your inner authentic self, Aries. And now you might just find yourself blurting out with it. You're going to call it as you see it. It's your authentic true self coming to the forefront. It's going to be with you, so it's not all going to be happening all at once. It's going to stay with you. It's going to grow this area in your consciousness and your day-to-day life all the way to May 22nd, 2033. So for a long number of years, you're going to see how you're going to be presenting that new type of communication. It's liberated, it's free. If you had to hold your tongue, you're not going to do that anymore. Not that you're really famous for holding your tongue. You're a very great communicator. And why is that? Well, you have the third house in Gemini in your solar chart, and that's been with you your entire life. It will continue to be with you your entire life. So you've always been a great communicator. So what's the big difference? The big difference is Uranus is going to bring higher dimensional communication. What do I mean by that? Well, communication is normally ruled in the 3D world with Mercury. Mercury is very linear. If I'm going to explain a picture to you in a Mercury way, I would have to use a lot of words and explain everything from the upper right to the lower left, what that picture is all about. Now, Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. We're talking downloads of information. You take one glance at that picture, you see the whole thing at once. Boom, like that. So you're going to start receiving a lot of flash insights, downloads. You could call it channeling. You might start channeling a lot of information. You might find yourself being a little impatient with people. If they're very slow at getting to the point, it's like, just say it already, right? Because you're going to see it. That Uranus can also be partnered with vision, higher communication. It's also about thinking about things outside of the box. For example, and this is just an example, if you've always been one to believe in life in the universe, extraterrestrials, UFOs, but kind of held it to yourself so you're not coming across as a woo-woo, you might just find yourself in the need to start communicating this. Why? Because anything authentic now will come forward. Uranus is going to bring that to the surface, okay? What that will do, you might start finding a little bit of a divide within your closest circles, third house is communication with neighbors and those you are around, your community there, but to a higher community, because the need to express and be authentic is just going to come across very, very strongly. That was just one example. But then you get what I'm trying to say. Anything outside of the box. The box is Saturn. All our inner planets up to Saturn rules and governs our 3D reality of the planet, of our body. Now it's the outer planets coming in. Higher dimensional thinking, communication, and vision, and so forth. So this is going to be very, very exciting. I can't wait to see what all my Aryan clients are going to be sharing with me when they start really noticing the shift. And I think a few of you that I've been speaking with are already starting to sense and feel that need for a new community where you can be true to yourself. Next one up coming in is Neptune. Neptune is sitting on your ascendants, and it will be beautifully aligned there also for quite a number of years, moving into the first house of you. The first house is the I am. What is Neptune? It is the higher octave of Venus, so it's all about beauty and everything that you feel connected to love, romance, beauty, but on a higher level, since it's the higher octave of Venus. So being on the ascendants, people are seeing you coming across as this feminine, beautiful energy, the healer. Neptune has so much compassion. It's the empath. You're going to start feeling other people's emotion like nothing else. It's the ruler of Pisces, and Pisces is connected to all the other signs. So having this Neptune on your ascendants, expect to start becoming like a sponge. You're going to start feeling what everybody else is feeling. That compassion is going to well up in your heart, and it's the humanitarian that wants to come forward to help, heal, and so forth. It's dissolving. Neptune dissolves all the old, excuse me, bringing in an ocean full. It rules the ocean. The ocean is your own emotions. You're going to be bringing this into your Aryan nature, where you might start incorporating it in the way, not that you just come across to other people, but how you work, or in the artwork that you're going to be doing. It rules arts and music and so forth, as well as dreams and vision. This is going to be with you for so many years. It's actually the new you. So Aries, you've been a trotter. you initiate, right? You are always so full of energy with that Mars ruler of yours, hammering down the things that you want to go after. But now with Neptune hanging on to that Marsy nature of yours, it's more like your goals are going to shift to come into other landscapes of your life, and not to mention, or forget to mention, you're going to be attracting a new crowd of people. Somebody that you can be more authentic with. We just talked about how Uranus wants to communicate differently. What does Uranus want to communicate? All those higher thoughts that you've been collecting throughout your lifetime. Now is the need to communicate and share with other people. Neptune's going to help you do that. So it's definitely very cosmic, these two planets for you. And just watch how your life is going to change over these next few years. But it's coming in now, and it will retrograde July 7th to December 13th. Yep, there we go. So, but it's still going to be hanging around this neighborhood of your ascendants. Then just to move forward and stay put for many, many, many years to come. The third one I want to talk about, which is also extremely exciting. You've already been feeling it. Pluto has been dipping its feet into your 11th house, in that of the sign of Aquarius. So that's also your hopes and dreams. It's the groups of people that we connect with. It's organizations that you might want to affiliate with. Pluto is power. It's also that inner sense of dying from the old. Pluto has been in the sign of Capricorn for so long. That's the old structures. Your old structures, that Capricornian Pluto was in your 10th house of career. So over these last 10 years, you have seen how your own old structures have been crumbling within your work environment, within your goals. If you felt that you had to work corporate, it's like, no, I want to free myself, this isn't working for me. Well, hello, you have entered into Aquarius, you have entered into 11th house. So many of you will find out that it's better to ride the storm by yourself, because you are very independent, highly independent. Always have been, Aries. So now is the time to take that power and go with it. It will retrograde between, let me see, May 7th to October 16th. So that's a time where you can go back over and look at what you did from top of the year, just to see what tweaks is needing to be done. But you're starting all the way off into May to be able to hammer down and implement those new structures that you feel you can empower yourself. We love it. The sign of Aquarius, or the energy of Aquarius in your chart, it can be impersonal, right? It's like disattached attachment. You're attached to what's important, but you disattach a little bit more from the emotional side. That's going to keep you empowered. You're going to feel all of the other emotions deeply through Neptune, but Pluto is going to help you rise new structures in an impersonal way, and really create new foundations. So there you have it in short, Aries. Love connecting with you again here. It's been a while since I've been online here on my channel, so I'd love for us to connect again. Drop a comment down below and see that we can connect that way. And I have also made some music that I'm adding to my channel that's about astrology. So there's a playlist of astrological songs. There'll be more added to it, but there's also metaphysical songs, so I'd love for you to tap into that if you are about metaphysics and spirituality. So yeah, you will be getting that as well. So wonderful to connect with you again here, Aries. Have a wonderful, blessed 2026, and I know that these changes coming up for you, they're just awesome. That's all I can say. Awesome. Good luck with it all. Bye now.